seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Mirana.
Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Radiant team pick. Seconds remaining. 5
And
seconds remaining.
thanks for tuning in, guys. This is Canada Weekly Cup, sponsored by Xfire. I am Wolf Dota. The draft is a fair bit underway. Thanks for tuning in. Quickly run through the bans. We've got Tidehunter, Viper, Earthshaker, and Venge from Moby, as well as Death Prophet, Brewmaster, Brood Mother, and Clockwork for the Radiant. Shadow Demon was first pick up, followed up by the Drow Visage, then Marana, then the second set of bans, and now it's a Beastmaster coming out for the side of the Radiant. So they're going kind of for the aura build, it looks like. They've got their Drow. Unfortunately, the Venge was banned out for them, so they can't take advantage of that. But in the end, I think they'll be all right. Moby, they have very, very strong roaming support combinations. Now they just need to pick up some kind of beefier carries, or one beefy carry and then somebody who can front line as well and do a lot of damage absorption. And speaking of absorbing damage, Ogre Magi, probably one of the best for this as far as a support position. So I'm assuming it's going to be a core Marana. Could be a core Ogre, wouldn't be too surprised. But I think core Marana would be a little bit better off just as far as the right clicks go. Abaddon picked up, though, by the Radiant, so they pick up a very defensive support, and one that I don't see played too often, but I think has a very high amount of potential to really help out a team, especially when you have a squishy hero like Drow, who does not want her the enemy up on top of her at all. Like, she doesn't want anybody being in and around you. And Kunkka is picked up by Moby Dick, bringing up some solid initiation, as well as that change to X. You still need some love points in it, but it is very easy to get the Torrent combo now, as it always lasts for 4 seconds on enemies now. Leveling it up just reduces the mana cost. Oh no, it reduces the cooldown and increases the range is all it does now. So you can do some really interesting things with it, like X somebody, have them TP home with a bottle and heat fountain up, and then come right back as soon as they're ready. And then it makes it a lot easier to land torrents and boats and different things like that. So I think I think it was a good change. I don't think it made him too stronger at all, but I think it's a good change. Faceless Void was banned out by the the Radiant. Not too surprised here. He's just a very solid carry. It's hard to do anything with the Lotus Sphere. With the Lotus Sphere. Only if you miss it. With the Sphere in general, but I like the pickup. He's also very good at closing the gap with a Drow Ranger, so I think that was a pretty good ban. Moby Dick, they're just waiting on the last one, and I'm assuming it's going to be a Beastmaster offlane, Drow Visage, Abaddon, tri-lane, whether it's defensive or aggressive. I'm not sure how they're going to want to run it. Usually when I see a Drow Visage, I assume defensive. especially with Abaddon, but they might do something a little different. But I think Beastmaster right now is very good in the offlane. Getting Boar at level 1 or 2, well, level 1 in Call of the Wild anyway, means you can go and stack Ancients from either of the offlanes now, as well as he's got his axes, so we can farm them up pretty effectively as well. I really like the hero, and I hope he does well. Oddly, the Boar is technically ranged, but he'll get the Marksman buff from Drow Ranger, which I think is interesting. But we'll have to see. Moby Dick's burning up quite a bit of the reserve time here. Just kind of waiting to see what they want to go with. And they ban out a Doom. I'm not too sure about that, but we'll have to see. It might be alright. Either way, I think the Radiant, they're going to want to pick up another Aura carrier. Beastmaster, if he is a core, which I'm assuming he is, he's not going to be able to pick up a Vlad's or an AC too early. He might eventually get, or no, Beastmaster being a core, like I was assuming, he'll be able to pick up the Vlad's AC if he wants to go that route, or he might just go for like a Blink Eggs and be some more initiation. The thing we'll have to watch out is for some crazy like Boots of Travel strats coming out of him. See if they want to go for anything like that. For their final pickup, I assume they're going to need a mid laner, and I'm guessing it'll be a ranged one. Outworld's an option right now. How is he? Can prevent X with his imprisonment, which I think is okay, as well as he can kind of save somebody if they get initiated on by Shadow Demon or Mirana, as well as save himself maybe. He's pretty solid against Kunkka and Mirana. They don't have the highest intelligence. Not particularly good against Shadow Demon Ogre, other than that he's a core and usually over farms them and has it that way. So I think OD is a viable option here. But we'll kind of have to come down to the wire here. Wait and see what they want to go with. And then what else could they go with? Other mid laners. Lena's an option, but I mean she's just kind of somebody you could throw there. She does quite a bit of nuke damage. Puck is going to be their choice, and I think that's good. They have a pretty solid team. Abaddon, very good defensive support. Puck can keep himself alive. Beastmaster is good on the front lines, as well as keeping people away from the Drow Ranger, Roar, and the Boar, and his zoning presence with his axes and whatnot. And then Visage as well. Moby Dick, this is going to be their final pick coming up right now. And they've got their roaming combination. Whatever it wants to be. I imagine it could be a Kunkka mid. Maybe run the Mirana in a solo lane. They might be going dual lanes here. Who combos well with the Ogre? Centaur's still in the pool, so that would give them some more closing the gap. And they're going to go with Weaver, actually. So I'm very curious to see who's going to be the core of the Shadow Demon Mirana Ogre. Or which one is going to be run as the core. We'll have to wait and find out, though, as both teams are just getting their heroes picked up for themselves. And they're kind of taking some time, so they're probably talking about their lanes a little bit. I'm assuming for the Radiant it's going to be a Drow, Visage, Abaddon, Dry Lane, Puck, Beastmaster in their respective off lane and mid lanes. I don't think they'll be wanting to do anything else, and I think if you were to use the Beastmaster not in the off lane, not stacking the Ancients, you'd be wasting a fair bit of his potential. With Moby Dick's lineup, I'm a little curious how they're going to go. They might be going like an aggressive tri-lane with Shadow Demon, Mirana, Ogre, and then Kunkka mid and a solo safe lane Weaver, or maybe a defensive tri-lane with that, and then a off-lane Weaver, but looks like we're starting the game off with a pause. But that just gives me a little bit of time to introduce the teams. Looks like they need a few minutes. That gives me time to introduce the teams. On the Kunkka, we've got Peo, I'm assuming. Then Ogre Magi being played by BGN. Weaver in his excellent spawn animation, playing by Grommet. Mirana being handled by Mad Jocker. Jocker? J-O-C-K. Yeah, Jocker. Shadow Demon is going to be played by Falopa. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. F-A-L-O-P-A, Falopa. Something like that. And that is, I guess they're tagged up SD, so not too sure what they're going on here, but either way, that was SD, the Dire team. On Visage, we've got Jerry El Malo. I don't speak Spanish. Rusi is going to be handling the Abaddon. Puck is going to be played by Cure, and Beastmaster is going to be played by J5. Their last pick, the Drow Ranger, hasn't spawned in yet. So I don't remember the player's name. That'll be Schofield is going to be handling that Drow. So now the real important thing is, do we have any effigies of note here? None over here. Come on, guys, don't leave me hanging. Oh, we got a PA one. PA. That's a fun animation. She has no feet. You see that? Okay. No feet up on the PA. Which is a very interesting thing. It's a bit unfortunate that we have to start the game off with a pause, though. But either way, both teams probably... that was Cure that needed a pause, so I think they might have been having issues with their Drow. But looks like everybody's now in the game and has loaded in. Our Ranger's got some pretty ballin' cosmetics here. Oh, here. That's a really cool cloak. Huh. Beastmaster, how do you look? Because, you know, it's all about how you look. Cosmetics are incredibly important in this game. If you don't have good cosmetics, it's not great. Looks like we're ready. And should be starting here at any moment. And as I said before, I'm assuming it's going to be a defensive tri-lane coming out from the Radiant. And then the Dire, I'm just not too sure what they're going to want to do. What they want to be doing with that. Does he got that full set? Looks like he does. That's fun. The mustache on this thing is actually the best. I wonder if there's a little bit of miscommunication here, or if they're just not quite ready. It looks like Shadow Fiend is ready. Good luck, have fun. Comes up from the Ogre. Oh, they're on the same team. But in the end, just kind of killing time here. Always important. I like that they added the Christmas hat. I think it is actually one of the best things that they've done in a long time. I don't know. That and giving us back the tree. Best juke spot. NA. EU. SA. SEA. I don't know. All the different reasons. Best juke spot ever. And... Did anyone even bought starting items? No. No one bought. It was paused before we even got in here. So, unfortunately, kind of a slow way to start the game. Hopefully those of you that are watching will be patient with me as I try and fill the downtime. Don't even have crows to look at. I don't even have any cosmetics. Mara's got the one set, or part of it anyway. No mount though. Unimpressed. This guy's got, yeah, he does have the full Weaver set, or a couple random pieces of sets. And looks like we're G, and the game is going to be underway in the semifinals. First semifinal match of the Dota2 Canada Weekly Cup, sponsored by Xfire. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I am, of course, at WolfDota, and we'll see where these teams want to go and what they're going to want to do. I assume it's going to be what I thought it was, and it does look that way. And it looks like they are going to be going aggressive here. They're bringing Kunkka down, though. They have wards somewhere. They got wards on the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Demon, sorry. And they're going to want to get those out as quick as they can. Beastmaster is running up in the offlane as well. He's got a set of wards. They're looking to get a good block off. And both teams starting with some sentries as well. So we're going to look for the D ward here. We might see some action as the smoke has been popped. Disruption already queued up. Arrow as well, I assume. Oh no, they're going to find the Visage. They get it. Walks backward. Arrow is going to come out. And it's going to land. Nice torrent as well. And that's going to be your first blood coming up from Mad Jocker on the Mirana. Able to pick that one up. And a nice play coming out from SD. They managed to invade the enemy jungle and easily secure first blood. Good combination from them. So we'll look to see more of that. And one other thing is they're going to be able to secure their level 1 bounty rune, which is worth a ridiculous amount of experience in gold now. Weaver up here should be able to get it for himself if he wants to skill Sakuchi and just run at it. But Beastmaster's going to be pretty close. He's got boots. Who's going to get it? And Beastmaster is able to pick it up. Kunkka grabs it on the bottom. And that's a mid Kunkka who's starting almost all the way level 2. All the way level 2, so it'll be pretty interesting. Oh, another disruption coming out. Unfortunately, Mirana is way too far away. The incredibly long-range arrow, unfortunately, doesn't land, but I mean, looks like they might get the kill anyway. Oh no, Visage is going to be able to get away. Mistcoil comes out from the Abaddon. They need a handful more clicks. He chews through the tree. Shadow Demon is there. Another Fire Blast comes through. BGN is able to get another kill. They've got another arrow cooling down if they can land it. No disruption yet for another second. Now they have one, but he's not in range, unfortunately. Schofield's going to sit off in the trees, and he's kind of in a bad place now. Disruption, arrow to follow up, and it's going to land as well. He's trapped in there by illusions. Another Mistcoil to follow up, and a Fire Blast as well. That's your third kill going the way of this aggressive tri-lane. And, I mean, what are creeps at this point? You can just hit heroes when you're landing arrows like that. But, well done for coming out from SD, and Schofield and his tri-lane, they're going to be hurting pretty bad from this. The level advantage and experience advantage going the way of SD already in this lane is pretty aggressive. So we'll have to see if maybe their other lanes will go a little bit more in their favor. And Cure, how are you doing here? He's at 4-0, going up against 7-3. So Kunkka doing a good job of zoning him out. 2 points up in Tidebringer, so the harass damage is pretty strong. In the bottom lane. Oh, another disruption come out. Arrow as well, going to fall through. This one lands as well. They've got another Fire Blast coming out from the Ogre. It's going to land. Schofield taking a lot of damage from the entire tri-lane. And they're not... Are they going to be able to get a return kill? No, they won't. Unfortunately, though, the rest of them are dropping low as well. We're going to have another Fire Blast cooling down. Looks like he doesn't want to dive it, though. And I think that's an okay call. You're already winning this hard. Why risk going any further? And Mad Jocker is just going to keep last hitting down here. Schofield's only gotten 7 last hits and 2 deaths already. Visage 2 as well. And I think Abaddon, he's been okay so far, but either way, it's been pretty rough. Ogre goes and picks up another Bounty Rune, and he's got a Soul Ring now. So always going to have mana for that. Up in the off lane, per se, where the tri-lanes are not, Gromit seems to be having actually a very hard time up against this Beastmaster. He's sitting only at 2-2. Beastmaster is 7-10 though, using that board to great effect. It looks like really hurting the Weaver's chance there. Schofield's gonna get stunned up again. Another arrow. It's gonna follow up. It gets purged off by the Abaddon though. Now level 2 and has the Apodic Shield. Mirana's gonna leap in. She wants this kill. She's diving pretty deep for it. Is she gonna see it? They need one more right click. She's gonna get it, but she's gonna end up paying for it with her life. Another Mistcoil comes out. And they're gonna get the Visage as well. Disruption comes out. Gonna save Ogre. He's gonna be able to run away. Abaddon's chasing, though. He just needs to get in range for a Mistcoil. Almost there. No, he's not going to be able to get there. He's going to have to back off. That said, Schofield has returned, so they might get another return kill here. Falapo is going to go down. Ogre comes out. Oh, nice deny from the Abaddon. Gets the kill and denies himself. And suddenly, that's 4 dead for SD. Kunkka in the mid lane. Looks like he dropped to the puck. Dove the puck way too far. And paid for it. So now the score is sitting at 5-7. The amount of kills in this game so far has been ridiculous. And I think that must have been for the puck. Yeah, he got a solo kill. So even though Kunkka was ahead in the lane, he feeds a kill and... Oh, he might feed another. Puck isn't level 6 though. Probably doesn't want to go on this. I think does win the man fight though. Orb cooling down. If he lands the orb, he gets a kill. He's not going to throw it. And I think that's a safe play. Zone Kunkka back. He's going to have to hope for a rune here. And there is not one bottom for him to grab. It's already been picked up by his supports. And suddenly SD is not quite as far ahead as they wanted to. They gave up 4 kills in a row, and 3 of them were to this tri-lane. That said, we're going to see another go. Shadow Demon gets the disruption off again. Mad Jocker doesn't throw out the arrow though, and Ogre comes up as well. He throws out one now though. Our Rusi is looking to be aggressive here. Not going to go. And are they going to back off, or are they going to keep going? Looks like they're going to back off, maybe. BGN gets out a Fire Blast. No arrow coming through yet. And... Falapa? him and his tri lane, they're going to back off. And with that, I assume they're going to start farming here. Up in this top lane, has Weaver picked it up any? No, and Beastmaster's actually level 6 with an Invis rune. Doesn't have mana, needs like 5 more seconds. Gonna be getting the boars. Oh, doesn't get the roar off in time. Sakuchi a little bit too quick. And if he gets that, it might have been a solo kill. Oh, in the bottom lane, looks like more aggression coming out from these guys. Shadow Demon and the Drow have gone down. BGN on his Ogre, looking to run away. He's got his tranquils up, so he's healing up pretty good. He gets out a Fire Blast, but he's kind of trapped here in a bad place. Mad Doctor is going to get a kill, though, and Ogre's so tanky. Looks like he's going to live. Doesn't have an arrow. Nice leap comes out. Disruption as well. They're going to get him trapped in there with the illusions, and there's nowhere for him to go. He's going to deny himself with a Mistcoil again, though. That's his second deny on himself, so using that spell very effectively and able to get Null Talisman dropped here. What? Either way. Mid lane, Kunkka dropping very low, is coiled, does have a boat, didn't throw it out though. I think if you throw out the boat and just get the rum on you, you might have lived there, but in the end, Puck with a nice play in the middle lane and is able to go back. Oh, nice job picking up the bottle and gonna hand it over to the Puck. So, oh, drops on the ground and there we go. Up in the top lane though, Beastmaster roars onto Weaver. He's going to get stunned up, though, by the Ogre. This might be too late. Oh, he gets the time lapse off. J5 might be going down here. Just a couple more clicks, and there it is. Boar doing quite a bit of damage to the Weaver. Come on, buddy. Oh, there we go. He's going to be able to walk away from that. And looks like it's going to be 7-11 score. Radiant to Dire. And Drow's nearing level 6, but no one's been able to farm. Like, the CS in this game is so low. 27-8, 25-7, 22-12, and then 22-4, 22-4 are the CS. Arrow comes through. Ooh, clips a range creep. And Puck is going to get rotated on from the Shadow Demon and the Ogre in the mid lane. Kunkka is there as well. They get another kill, putting them up as well. Rayo, and they're going to back off. Ramid on the top lane, he's got 26 CS. Looks like he's going for what I assume is a Lincoln Sphere, which Lincoln's is very good this game. They've got Roar, and then Grave Chill and Soul Assumption are the only 3 things that can break a Lincoln's. And if you can, no, that's not true. You can always Mistcoil. You can Mistcoil as well. So Weaver, once he gets this, he'll be very immune to the best control coming up for the side of the Radiant. That said, if he doesn't get there, he's going to have a hard time. Sakuchi's manages to kill a bird. He's going to back off. Beastmaster has a Sentry Ward there. He gets a kill. A little bit unfortunate, but in the end, it doesn't happen. Oh, Puck, going to jaunt forward. Going to throw a coil on Peo. And Mirana's going to pop her ulti as well to save him, though. He's just invis, running around. And going to throw one more Tidebringer and run away. Ogre's rotating in, though. Under the guise of Moonlight Shadow, he's going to be able to get the stun. He gets it. Boat Torrent comes out. Nicely done, and they're going to land on both. Oh, nice phase shift coming out from Q, where he actually survives, and they might look to turn this. No ulti yet for the Abaddon, though. He's going to drop to the Kunkka, maybe? Off to the side, not sure. Soul Assumption does finish off the Ogre, and Kunkka is chasing. Unfortunately, though, the Aphotic Shield going to make it very hard for him to finish off this kill. Meanwhile, they lose the Weaver on the top lane, as well as their Mirana. Beastmaster does drop, but it looks like they're going to be okay. Oh, another disruption coming out onto the Visage. And he's taking quite a bit of damage from the illusions, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Another Aphotic Shield comes out from Rusi, but he might drop too low. Nope, no points up in X, so he can't pull him back. Those are the blind Torrent. Oh, very close. Very close. So, kills happening all over the place, and this has been an absolute blood match. BGN gets a multicast. Unfortunately, it is on Ignite, not on Fire Blast. And Drow's just going to walk away. She is fairly low, though, and still very squishy. She's got 1,200 gold in the bank, so see what she wants to go. Beastmaster has rotated in. He's got Roar. He has a Hawk up, so he sees Falopa. Going to throw out the Roar. That said, Ignite comes out. Axes clean him up. Arrow's going to fall through. Unfortunately, the board's going to tank it. Schofield is going to drop. Throws out a very nice Gust, and going to be able to back away. He gets healed up as well, and they're looking to turn this. Mirana, Leap already used. They have no way to close the distance, though. They're going to be able to walk away. So, score is evened out, 12-13. And Drow has gotten some CS, though, in the meantime. She's sitting at just shy of 50 CS. There it is. at 10 minutes, so she caught up fairly well. Everyone else has been focused so much on fighting that they haven't been farming quite as much. And net worth is going to show an actual experience lead for the Radiant and gold as well, both the same amount, 2,000, 2,200 or so, and then 3K. And looks like they might want to push the bottom lane. Get a silence off as well. Frost arrows? Nope, they're not going to commit. They don't have their Visage familiars yet. Oh, Grave Chill is going to come on into Flopa, but he's going to back off. Jerry on the Visage desperately wants level 6. And Demon has rotated through into the back lane. Ogre is in mid, though. Puck with a haste might be able to find him here. Could throw out the Dream Coil, but doesn't want to. Beastmaster does have Roar now. Fairly low on mana, but he does have it. And he's going to spawn his boar. Man, that thing hits hard. He can have 2 of those out. And they're going to look to push. Ignite comes out onto the Abaddon, but they're just pushing. Going to take that tower. No resistance. On the bottom lane, though, they did lose their Shadow Demon. Nice Dream Coil comes out on 2. They can't get away from this, unfortunately. Oh, they do have Dust. They're going to be able to pick off the Mirana. Kunkka's in trouble as well. Tidebringer's going to come out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. If these Vicious Familiars can get there... Oh! Multicasted down. And Kunkka might drop to the birds off to the side. No, he's going to live. The birds, though, dropping fairly low. Weaver is there. Disruption comes out right before Beastmaster can roar as well. He's going to get stunned up. Gets the roar off, though. Boat's going to be coming through. This one's going to land. No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Falopa does drop off to the side of the tower. Tidebringer comes out as well. And J5, you're running away from your base, buddy. Oh, and that was a long-range Tidebringer. I don't know what you can do about that. But in the end, 15-8 after that fight. And that was a full 5-man wipe. But they're so low level that you just you can't tell by the end of the fight. Some of them respawned by then. 22 and 2,400 gold roughly in favor of SD, as well as close to 6K experience. Wow. Grommet going aggressive on Cure, but he's got to be careful. Cure's full health, full mana, and just going to right-click back the Weaver. Meanwhile, the top lane, the tower does drop. Ayo, he's got to be careful, though. These arrows, they're going to slow you down quite a bit. But he might just be baiting. He pops his drum charge and they're looking to go back in. Unfortunately, oh, they've got Ogre with an Invis rune. He's going to pop his Soul Ring and go. Boat Torrent's going to fly through. Boat does connect and he gets a kill on the Drow. Beastmaster has rotated in as well, so they might look to go on this. Ogre is kind of in a dangerous place. Jerry dropping very low, healed up by the Abaddon, but they're going to look to finish off this Ogre. He's dropping, and there he goes. They might look for more. They've got a Roar still, so if they can find somebody, they'll be able to get him. Palopa's hiding off into the trees. Eats one down and is going to hope that this bird doesn't spot him. But we'll have to wait and see. He might be able to get out of here. Unfortunately, does not have a TP. He's in a very bad place. Meanwhile, Mirana and Weaver are both pressuring towers in the mid and the bottom lane. But, oh, they're going to find him. Roar. Oh, they're going to go with the Stomp first, and this is going to be a dead Shadow Demon. Axe down. Finished off by J5. Mirana, in the meantime, gets picked off by the Drow Ranger, comes in with a Gust and a Mask of Madness and makes quick work of her. And when you can't leap, very, very squishy on that Mirana. Does not have a whole lot of base health to work with, so unfortunately goes down fairly quick. Puck has a Blink Dagger at 1340, and then Drow dies bottom to the Ogre. Looks like he got multicasted. Ogre going for an Ags. Already has a point booster, so Lord Ogre, who is 6, 4, and 9. The amount of kills in this game is ridiculous. Doing a very good job. Beastmaster's got his blink as well, so he's going to be able to initiate quite effectively whenever they decide to. If they go for maybe a more aggressive push or try and finish off that tier 1 down on the bottom lane. Kunkka, he's got Drum's Phase, looking to farm. Puck, blink forward, silence, orb, one more right click. Oh, stick from Kunkka. And they're going to pick him off with the Abaddon Mist Coil. An extra little bit of damage from quite a range. And that's funny. Oh, they drop a sentry, so they saw the Ogre. Oh, multicast. Nope, not going to happen. Arrow does connect on the Puck, but it's fairly short range. Dream Coil comes out onto 2. Nice flare to follow up. And Abaddon's ulti has been activated, but he's not taking any damage, so he's not going to heal up at all. Gets another deny. He's very good at that. Visage cleans up the Shadow Demon. Roar comes out onto Grommet. Axes fly through. They get another kill. That's the Weaver going down. Ogre's looking to turn. Arrow's going to fall through. That's going to connect onto the Beastmaster. Unfortunately, not the Visage. BGN looks like he's going to go down. One more click. There it is from the puck. Phase shift as well. And that's 4 down in exchange for an Abaddon who denied himself. SD, they're starting to bleed after what was a very good start with their aggressive tri lane. They haven't been able to quite hold it together. But, oh, and they're going to be okay, I think. They just need to slow things down. Unfortunately, while all this is happening, Drow is just bottom lane. And she's actually going to take the bottom tower, gets last hit on it, and has Yasha now. So starting to get the stats up there as well. Some attack speed and movement speed. Overall, just better farming capabilities. And with the mask, she can farm very quickly if she chooses to. I hope she goes for the Manta style and doesn't wait too long. We're going to see a Torrent after a disruption coming out onto Rusi. And X as well. He pops his ulti. Axes are going to fly through. Boat is going to follow, but that was held on to way too long. Unfortunately, it's not going to kick or anything. The Visage Birds are there, though. They're doing quite a bit of damage. Oh, they get clubbed down. Nope, not going to get the second one, just the first. And Visage does not have a resummon. Looks like they're going to want to get this familiar. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Rana gets cleaned up solo by the puck. And they pick up the other bird as well. So, Fewer gets a very nice solo kill onto the Mirana. And the Blink winning Rift is very hard to deal with as Mirana. Or even if you get Dream Coiled, because Leap does nothing for you. You leap and you break it, and you're just sad. Drow, meanwhile, is just sitting in the jungle now, happily farming. And she's providing 41 bonus damage for all these ranged heroes. So Puck hits very hard. Beastmaster Boar hits surprisingly hard when he's got 2 of them up, and Drow pops her, I don't remember, Precision Aura is the name I'm looking for. And then, of course, the Visage Familiars, who I would kind of like to see Visage getting a little more farm priority as far as this goes. I think if he had been, well, I think if he was getting a farm priority, it would be a little better. But Abaddon's going for a mechanism. The reason why I say that is I would like to see Visage get his Ag Scepter at a decent timing, so that he can provide even more physical damage. But he does have that medallion, so Roshan, whenever they want it, is basically free game, and it looks like they're going to look to push bottom. Meanwhile, in the top lane, a little bit of a skirmish going on, but nothing coming out of it yet. And they're just going to clean up here. Bugs are going to swarm through, and they got to kind of clean those up before too long. Rana has an arrow, not looking to throw it. Unfortunately, it's just the 2 of them up here. Kunkka is on the top lane, though. He's dropping very low. Boat's going to come through, not going to connect. He does get the rum buff, kills the bird. J5 barely hurt. If he gets multicasted, he might be in trouble here. One's going to come out. Is a double multicast. Going to get clubbed down. Ignite going to follow through. Waiting for it. Oh, nice blink from Beastmaster. Unfortunately, he drifts back. That said, Puck is there for him. He pops his stick, and they're going to look to go. Ogre's just going to have to club him down. Doesn't get the multicast. One more club. Oh, the neutral bear comes through and gets the kill on Beastmaster. So he gets turned on by his forest friends. But in the end, it saves him from going down to the Ogre. Ogre, though, did die to the puck, and on the bottom lane, Weaver was picked off. Stun's going to come out onto Philoppa. But nothing's going to happen. Clarity pop by the Abaddon. Disruption. There's an arrow flying through, blocked by the bird, so not going to be able to get it. Unfortunately, Drow popped her Mask of Madness. That said, she's going to be able to run away. Tyburn comes through. Heyo dropping very low. Nice gust to follow up as well. And, oh, he doesn't quite drop. The Shadow Demon is... That's a lot of damage going to the Mirana. Oh, she lives with 20 HP. Unfortunately, Schofield, kept alive by the Aphotic Shield. Abaddon slowing the Ogre with his Blade of Avernus. And looks like they're going to be able to get a kill. And they do. Ogre was hoping for multicast. Didn't quite get it. This skirmish not going the way they wanted to. And now Puck is rotated in, and Weaver is going to die. Silenced up and can't even get it. Triple kill going the way of Schofield. He's doing incredibly well. 7, 7, and 3. I mean, the score doesn't sound great, but his play has just, his positioning in these fights has been excellent, and he's been trusting his Abaddon, who has been, so far, I think, the MVP of their comeback. Once the Abaddon got a Aphotic Shield, the fights just stopped going the way of SD, and he was able to keep his carries alive, and just the amount of sustain and protection he's providing in these fights is absurd. He's been playing so well. They do Roshan and then promptly leave. No one doing the Aegis. Oh, Torrent comes through. They pop Abaddon's ulti. Beastmaster's going to grab it. It's a little risky there. It's a good thing none of them had a blink. Mirana could have leapt in there and gone for it, but A little bit interesting. Didn't give it to the Drow. Speaking of the Drow Ranger, she's got 3,500 gold in the bank, so can finish off that Manta Saw, which I think she should. That way she can try and Manta dodge things, or even just provides a decent amount of tankiness. But she might be just going for a Butterfly, which I mean I don't think is a bad thing, but it's just what I would like to see. Because she has all the armor she needs, just doesn't have the health pool. Beastmaster has an Aegis now and a Blink Dagger. What's flying out? Necrobook is the build he's gonna go. I think that's fine. I personally, I really like the Ags, just because you can actually initiate from forever away. Cast range on it almost doubles. I believe it goes from 600. I don't see it there. I want to say it's like 600 and so, 600 and some to 950. So increases by quite an amount. Here, gonna see him in this bird providing excellent vision, and we're gonna see a Moonlight Shadow come out. They're on top of this. Oh, that's a dire sentry, so not gonna have to worry about it. They do have a smoke. No sentries of their own though. Lots of blink aways coming out from the Radiant team here, and they're gonna just be okay to run away here. Ogre Magi not pursuing. Mech now acquired on the Abaddon, so the amount of healing he can provide is starting to get absurd. And hopefully they'll let the Visage convert into more of the farming 4 role rather than the hard 5, and let him get an Ag Scepter up as well. I'd like to see Beastmaster eventually go for some auras, maybe pick up like a Vlad's or something. Even just that extra damage for the team is very good. Arrow's gonna fly through. Qwer's gonna get hit by it, but they don't have any sort of follow-up for that. Blink Roar comes out onto Peo. Axes fly through. He's gonna drop to the puck. Qwer's now dominating. They get the mid tower as well and a pick. They're looking to go buyback onto Kunkka, and I'm not sure if they even need to worry about this. Vicious Familiars, do they have the... They do not have the buff from Drow. She hasn't activated it yet. She could if she wanted to. Holding off onto a boat's going to come through. That's going to connect on the Abaddon, but it just heals him more. Puck has gone very deep. Gets stunned. Going to be able to not phase orb out. But Rushi goes down. Kunkka picking up that kill. Still looking to fight. Multicast, triple cast, and an arrow. Puck disappears. Visage is now might be in a little bit of trouble here. Beastmaster has a haste, so he should be okay. They're going to get another multicast, triple cast again. The luck is with this Ogre. Kunkka does drop as Drow has rotated in and is going to clean up the Ogre. They don't have any True Sight down for Weaver, though. But even though they're down 3-1, I don't think there's much that the Weaver, Mirana, Shadow Demon can do. Kunkka and Ogre are their tank and their damage. They're going to be pretty sad with this. If Weaver isn't careful and gets roared here in a moment, he's going to be very sad. Gets silenced up, actually, and they're just looking to push this tower. Or to finish off that rack, sorry. Blink away, and Schofield's gonna has a blink as well. Actually, that's a really nice pickup. Positioning on Drow is so important. Just making sure that you can stay just on the edge of the fight. And how much is she doing? 53 damage now for her. So she's got another 4,100 gold, and they've already taken the mid racks. And I think they're in a very good position here. Puck now picks up a Dagon, so the burst damage for him increasing significantly. And, I mean, these squishy heroes that are already dropping very quickly, like Mirana, the Shadow Demon, even the Weaver, if he gets Waning Rifted, only has 1,100 HP. Very, very squishy. Velopa, oh, not going to get the disruption off. Nice axes to pick up the last hits, make sure he gets them. Bottom lane, Power Ranger going to find a solo pickoff on the Mirana. Blink Gust, too strong. And that's a very nice play coming from him. He is now unstoppable. Sitting at 9-7-4. So died quite a few times early, but hasn't died in a while. Oh, Coil catches just on the edge of the Kunkka. He's going to get silenced up. Slowed down by the arrows. He's not going to be able to get away. One more click. There it is. Wicked sick now. Schofield. I'm very happy with that. BKB picked up by Weaver, but unfortunately that's not going to help him too much. Sure, he won't die, but he's not going to be able to kill anything. And Schofield's going to pop. Mask blinks forward, actually. Gets off a silence on BGN. And they're going to look to go on it. Unfortunately, he gets purged. He doesn't have Aegis. He's going to drop. Actually manages to get the kill on the Shadow... Or Puck gets the kill on the Shadow Demon before he goes down. But their Drow dove a little bit too deep. And I think if he had just waited, it'd have been fine. That said, Qwer, nice phase shift. He's going to have his blink up. He can get away. Is going to do so. Or throws out an orb. And nice jaunt. Bottling up all the while. If he can manage to get his eyes on the Weaver and Yules him up, he'd be clear. But doesn't even need to worry about it. Visage has his birds on the tower. Blink Roar coming out from J5. He's got axes, gonna throw him out, and Visage is actually gonna be the one to find a kill. Rusi has his ulti popped. X onto Visage though. We have his torrent, but no boat. Actually got stunned up by the familiars. Arrow to follow up and a multicast. It's not gonna matter. Some lightning bounces through from the Mirana. Maelstrom has been picked up. Rusi's gonna dive back into the base, trying to protect his Beastmaster, I assume. And he's gonna get X'd. Throws out an Aphotic Shield. Trying to get a deny on himself, but I think that's an okay play. Didn't want him pursuing his Beastmaster or his puck. He might have been able to make it away if Beastmaster had just gone this way, and if he had gone that way. But in the end, it doesn't matter. J5, they get a kill on the Kunkka. No multicast for the Ogre though. Fire Blast not doing as much damage as you'd hope. Hawk summoned up. J5 now gonna drop, it seems. He does go down to the Weaver. Puck gonna be able to get away, but meanwhile the Visage Birds, they're doing pretty solid work here. They don't have the Drown Ranger aura. Activate Precision aura and they will take that instantly. But looks like he's just going to drop them. Or one of them anyway. And they're going to look to go onto the tower. Oh, he's going to fly him away and save him. I think that's alright. But I mean, all the damage they got was on that range Drax. So they're going to be okay. Oh, they do find the one. Going to be able to pick it off. Rana now picking up a Yasha of her own. And Drow Ranger, what did you end up going for? Something on the Crow. And it is a Butterfly, so he's going to have a full Butterfly on him in mere moments. And damage acquired. 73 bonus damage coming out now onto those familiars. Oh, Viewer picks up another kill on the Mirana, as Beastmaster still dead from before. Viewer being pursued by Grommet. And Ogre now has an Ags, which is where it can start getting scary. They're going to find a disruption onto the Abaddon. His ulti's going to go off, but I don't think it's going to save him in the end. He's actually, looks like he was held in place there a little bit. He's going to get purged and cleaned up. Kunkka has a Claymore, so I'm not sure if he's going for a Shadow Blade or for a Battle Fury. Schofield, though, what are you doing up here? Coil comes out from the puck onto 2, and Schofield blinks back in. They get the Shadow Demon. But Grommet, BKBs, and Sakuchi's gonna look to go. Oh, gotta be careful though. Time lapse comes out. Roar doesn't care about your BKB, and that's gonna be a kill going the way of the Beastmaster. Multicast comes out on the puck, a little bit too far in, but they're gonna lose their Kunkka as well. Nice torrent from the grave though. BGN dropping very low is gonna drop. Level 3 Nectar units providing all the sight they need, and this is gonna be top racks finished off. Meanwhile, Visage is bottom. He doesn't have a resummon on his birds. They're up in the top lane. But Drow Ranger, pop your aura. 1 point. Oh well. No. Damn it. Thought he'd clicked it. And that's going to be a triple kill coming out. I don't even see where he was when he got that kill. It was Mirana that went down. Looks like Drow just snowballed a little bit too hard, even though they shut him down fairly early. And that's going to be a good game coming out from the side of SD. The Radiant playing very well for a group of friends. And they're going to be able to take this and move on to the grand final. They'll face the winner of the next semifinal match coming up shortly. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I am Wolf Dota, and you are watching the Canada Weekly Cup, sponsored by Xfire. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back just after a bit.